Hi, I'm Jen and I'm a writer. I wrote this. I have 4 kids who I am deliriously in love with, and I promise not to talk about them very much on this channel. I may or may not be kidding about that. I never wanted to be a writer. In fact, I was very certain that I was not going to be a writer. I hated writing when I was in high school and college. In fact, I went out of my way to avoid ever having to write. Like, I took no writing classes. I'm surprised that I'm a writer now. It's crazy. I started working at an educational text publisher between 15 and 20 years ago. It has not been 20 years, but a good 15, 16, 17 years ago. And I was inputting changes to manuscript. Not anything earth-shattering. I think I got the job because I could do Microsoft Word. I moved up to copy editing and proofreading. I eventually started writing test questions and answers. And then I started writing little nonfiction paragraphs and the test questions and answers. And eventually I moved up to writing, like writing for these textbooks all the time. And actually, when I was doing this, and I really was like a full-fledged writer, I was kind of embarrassed to call myself a writer because I knew people would say, if they said to me, "Hey, what do you do?" And I said, "I'm a writer." Inevitably, they would say, "Well, what have you written? Have I read it?" And I would have to say, no, not unless you're reading high school textbooks. So now I can actually say to people, "Hey, I'm a writer." And if they say, "Hey, have I read it?" my answer is going to be, no, not unless you're reading YA literature. Which, come on. So many people are reading YA literature, so it's actually, a lot more likely that someone has read what I've written. Or they will. I love what I do. I love making up these stories. I love writing. I love creating. I am a creative person. This is what I do. This is in so many aspects of my life. This is what I do. I create. I make, all our food from scratch, essentially. Except, I buy pasta. I'm not making pasta. It's not like I'm insane or anything. I'm not whipping out the pasta maker and making everything from scratch. But you know what I mean. But I love making things. I knit. I sew a little bit. I'm not real good at that. I draw. I do not paint because I don't work in color. I only draw with pencil. This is something that I get to create. I love creating. And so that is what I think I love most about the writing is the creating. I'm creating something new, and I'm creating this whole package too because I polish it. I make sure I have the right words in the right place, and I put it in a pretty cover, and I create this whole product, this whole thing. I think that's what I like the best about it. So we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of stuff on Parenthetically here, and I hope you'll join us. It should be a lot of fun. I'll see you guys next time.